Imagine a world where feeling deeply is seen as a flaw, a place where shedding a tear is judged as weakness, where the one who cries easily is labeled fragile, overly sensitive, or even childish. Now pause and ask yourself, what if everything we believed about crying was wrong? What if the person who cries at the drop of a tear is not weak at all, but in fact possesses a rare and remarkable inner strength? The truth is, people who cry easily are among the most profoundly misunderstood individuals in our society. Their tears are not signs of fragility. They are expressions of a highly attuned, finely tuned, emotional, and biological system. To understand why, we must first look inside the human body and the human brain to explore what science has revealed about emotion, stress, and sensitivity. At the heart of this phenomenon lies emotional reactivity. Those who cry readily are not experiencing more emotion than others. They are processing it differently. Their limbic system, the area of the brain responsible for emotional processing, reacts more intensely and more rapidly to stimuli. A simple scene in a movie, the words of a song, or even the sight of someone else's pain can trigger a flood of emotional energy. The tears that follow are the body's natural response, a release valve for this heightened internal activity. They are not a surrender, they are a biological mechanism designed to restore balance, to regulate stress, and to maintain mental health. Research has shown that emotional crying is chemically and biologically distinct from reflexive crying, such as when chopping an onion. Emotional tears contain higher concentrations of stress hormones like cortisol, prolactin, and adrenocorticotropic hormone. When these tears flow, the body is essentially purging itself of these chemical stressors, lowering physiological tension and resetting the internal emotional state. This is a sophisticated, highly effective coping strategy that allows sensitive individuals to recover quickly from psychological strain. But the benefits extend far beyond biology. People who cry easily often display remarkable emotional intelligence. They have the ability to recognize, label, and process their feelings in real time. They are aware of subtle shifts in mood, both within themselves and in others. Whereas many individuals suppress emotion, leading to anxiety, depression, or psychosomatic issues over time, the sensitive crier allows feelings to surface, moving through them in a healthy, adaptive way. Their tears are not a sign of weakness. They are a sign of clarity, of honesty, and of strength. Empathy is another cornerstone of this unique emotional profile. The brains of people who cry easily often show heightened activity in the mirror neuron system. This is the neural architecture that enables us to simulate and resonate with the emotions of others. Witnessing another person's joy, sadness, or suffering can trigger a visceral response. Sometimes their tears are not even about their own experiences. They are a direct reflection of the shared human condition. This makes them profoundly compassionate, capable of forming deep, emotionally secure relationships, and attuned to the needs and feelings of those around them. They become anchors, safe harbors, in a world that often prizes detachment. Beyond empathy, the readiness to cry also reflects advanced stress regulation. While many people struggle with pent-up tension, those who cry easily actively release it. The act of crying diminishes levels of stress hormones, lowers blood pressure, and even helps regulate heart rate. In other words, crying is not a breakdown. It is a reset. It is a conscious, biological, and psychological recalibration that most people never achieve, no matter how disciplined or stoic they try to be. This sensitivity, often seen as a vulnerability, also fosters introspection and deep cognitive reflection. Individuals who cry easily tend to examine the nuances of life more closely. They notice subtleties in human behavior, in tone, in context, and in expression. Their rich inner world allows them to analyze situations from multiple angles, to understand complex social dynamics, and to approach problems with creativity and insight. This depth of perception is often the foundation for extraordinary empathy, art, literature, and leadership. Consider the role of tears in relationships. Someone who cries easily signals emotional openness, authenticity, and receptivity. In friendships, family bonds, or romantic partnerships, these individuals often encourage others to lower their guard, to share openly, and to connect on a more meaningful level. Their tears are a bridge to intimacy, a channel that communicates understanding without words, fostering trust and emotional safety. The impact of crying on creativity is equally profound. Throughout history, many artists, writers, and thinkers known for their emotional sensitivity have channeled their feelings into extraordinary works of art. Their tears are not just personal responses, they are catalysts for expression, imagination, and insight. Sensitivity fuels originality, allowing them to perceive the world with nuance and translate that perception into profound creative output. It is also worth noting that the social stigma around crying is largely cultural. In many societies, restraint is equated with strength, and visible emotion is treated as weakness. This misconception obscures the truth. The person who allows themselves to cry is exercising courage and resilience. They are willing to confront their emotions, embrace vulnerability, and engage fully with the spectrum of human experience. Their tears are a testament to authenticity, not fragility. So, what can we learn from the person who cries easily? First, that sensitivity is not a liability, it is a sophisticated form of strength. Second, that emotional honesty, empathy, and stress regulation are deeply intertwined, producing individuals capable of remarkable resilience and relational depth. And finally, that allowing oneself to feel, to experience emotion fully, and to express it through tears is a key to psychological and social well-being. The next time you witness someone crying, remember this. Their tears are not an apology, a failure, or a flaw. They are evidence of a mind and heart awake to the complexities of life. They are evidence of courage, of insight, and of profound human connection. They are awake to emotion in a way that most people never permit themselves to be. They are not fragile. They are finely tuned. They are not weak. They are fully alive. To cry easily is to embrace the full intensity of existence. It is to allow the currents of joy and sorrow to flow through you and to emerge more resilient, more empathetic, and more aware. It is to transform sensitivity into strength, tears into wisdom, and emotion into connection. In the end, crying is not a retreat from life. It is an engagement with it, a testament to the power and depth of the human spirit. And those who cry easily are not merely participants in life. They are its most attentive witnesses, its most compassionate companions, and its most authentic experiencers. Their tears are not a weakness. They are proof of an extraordinary capacity to feel, to understand, and to live fully.